Einstein said you can't solve an issue from the same level at which it was created. And you want to spend most of your time questioning, identifying, is which we're going into now after you've prioritized. If in IDS, so if you say you would spend 10 minutes on an issue, 8 minutes is probably going to be spent on the identify step and making sure that you understand the issue at its root. And so you spend a lot of time here. Whose issue is this? Who owns this issue within the organization? What's the problem we're really solving? What's the idea we're really taking advantage of? Is it real or is it just made up? Is it a hallucination? And so when we think about this, there's a little bit of a issues scale in terms of magnitude of impact in the business, some tactical and some strategic. So issues kind of start here with a small I, and then they get to a big I where it's big and hairy. And usually the small one starts as, hey, I need to tell you something. And it sort of whispers in the hallway. And what you need from them is an idea, a challenge, and your support or a decision. So they just need to be really clear. Hey, instead of just sort of being really opaque with what the issue is, they need to be really clear and precise on what the idea is, what the challenge to the way we're currently doing things is, the support that they need to get something done, or a decision that they just need to put a tidy bow on something and be able to move on. To the other side, where you got these big and hairy issues, you don't have the answers. You got to just take a chance. So sometimes we got to execute on an issue in order to figure out what the issue actually is at the root, because we just don't know. We're not smart enough to find out what the root truly is. And so you just take a chance. You execute on something and you get some feedback. You create really tight feedback loops on that, which then helps you identify even more issues, because you're going to have stuff that works, stuff that doesn't. You're going to assign someone which meeting in the business that issue belongs to, and then someone has to own the issues list on every team throughout that. And then you create a goal, or a one-year plan goal, or a 90-day rock, or it's a 7-day to do to get that thing done, no matter the size that it is. All right. The other thing is that you can use the model to identify the root issue, which is, it could be an issue. It could be people issues. I said that's where most of them lie. It could be a process issue where it used to work when you were 10 or 15 people, but that issue, that process does not work at 150 people or 1,000 people or 10,000 people. So sometimes the process itself is causing the issue.